Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 13th episode of the Cataclysm of Hyrule campaign. I am the GM and creator of the campaign, Puck Finn. For those returning to us, welcome back. For those joining us for the first time, welcome. Yes, lucky number 13. So, before we get started tonight, we're going to go over a couple announcements. We're going to do our introduction of our players, and we'll do some recap and then delve right into it because we left last session at a very interesting and intense cliffhanger. So, first thing that I always like to do is I'd like to talk about our Discord server briefly. For those who are not part of our Discord server who are watching this, it is absolutely recommended that you join. The link to our Discord server can be found on our Twitch page as well as on our link tree. And that is where everything kind of happens in between sessions. If you turned into our chat session last week, one of the things that we discussed that is now an active vote on the voting channel on our Discord page is the name of the sword that Lido has been carrying around. So we have right now, I believe, 4 potential names for this sword. There's nothing written in stone yet, but if you would like to vote on the 4 names that we have listed, quite simply, all you have to do is 1, be part of the Discord server, 2, go to the voting section or the voting channel on our Discord server, and simply react to as many of the options as you would like to vote for. So the voting for this is going to end during next week's chat broadcast, so there is roughly still a week to vote and get your opinions heard. So, but that is not a reason to procrastinate. Sometimes, or actually most often, the voting decision is only within 1 or 2 votes. So you can vote as many times as you'd like. All you simply have to do is react to every single voting option that you enjoy. So actually, you know what? Let me see if I can take a peek at what these potential names are. So, right now, the one in the lead is Fate Render. Aside from that, we have Shattersting, Hero's Shadow, and of course, Lido's Master Sword. So, of course, as I said, definitely go down, check out the channel, have your vote heard, and I will announce the winner in next week's chat broadcast. For those who are turning to the first time, our broadcasting schedule is on a bi-weekly rotation. 1 week we will do a campaign broadcast, and the week after that we do a chat broadcast where we talk about a number of things, some things pertaining to the campaign, some things pertaining to the industry, excuse me, and some things, just topics that we just simply enjoy talking about. It's a very open forum format, and it's something that really lets me as the broadcaster interact on a closer level with everyone, because I can spend more time looking at chat, whereas during the campaign sessions I'm more focused on running the campaign, so sometimes I miss things in chat and I can't address them. So if you have any questions, concerns, or curiosities about anything that you have either witnessed in this broadcast, or if you've seen in any of the past broadcasts that we have listed up on our YouTube channel, that would be the perfect time to join in and let your voice be heard. One of my favorite things to see in chat, whether it's during a chat session or a campaign session, is that very special first-time chatter notification. So, yeah. So, Discord server, can be found, the link to our Discord server can be found on our Twitch homepage. Another link that can be found on our Twitch homepage is our link tree. So the link tree is where we keep all of our links, including our Discord server. We keep the links to our YouTube channel. We put links on there that we'd like to promote, just kind of various things that are worth checking out. One of the things that we do promote on our link tree is people that we have raided at the end of our sessions. So the way that we raid at the end of all of our chat and campaign sessions is if you follow us, at the end of the session, we check to see if there is anybody who follows us that is currently broadcasting. And with that, we will randomly rate one of the channels that are broadcasting. So if that's something that you would like to do, if you would like us to send our viewership your way at the conclusion of our broadcast, as well as get your Twitch channel link posted on our link tree, all you have to do is simply follow this page. So one of the other things that I want to mention that's probably honestly going to go up on the voting channel next week after the current vote ends is Twitch. I'm not speaking badly about Twitch, but there's a growing sentiment that there's other ways to broadcast. One of the things that we were considering was doing YouTube for broadcasting for our other gaming system when it gets up and running, to just kind of like test the waters. But over time, other things have really kind of stepped up their live broadcasting as well. So there's going to be a vote after the current one is taken down as to what is your personal preferable way to watch streaming, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or Kick or Instagram Live, Facebook Live, whatever. All of these things are going to be potential choices. And if there is a demand to broadcast on a platform other than Twitch, we will entertain thoughts of switching to that platform. Because one of the concerns is we do want to reach the widest audience possible, and at theirs and your convenience, without sacrificing the quality of the stream, which is also something to consider too. But it's something we're mulling over. Feel free to reach out and message me with your thoughts on the matter, even before the vote goes up. So by the time everything kind of wraps up, we have as good of a idea of what people are looking for as possible. So with that is, I always forget some announcements, and I'm sure I've forgotten some because it feels like I've torn through it way too quick. But for the time being, that will conclude our announcements, and I'm going to turn it over and introduce our players, and we'll do a recap and delve right into it. All right. So first, let me get that. All right. So mics are on, and how's everyone doing today?
Good.
All
Good.
right.
Doing all right.
Nope, we don't want that. There's Deacon. All right, there we go. Now it's very nice and all right. Let me try to... Okay. So, first in line today, we have Lido. How you doing, Lido?
I'm doing good. Up with some strategies. Um, One thing that I think you did forget, I'm not sure if it's on our list yet.
Uh,
There is a new Facebook page.
yes.
It's now
Yes.
created, so there is a link in the chat and attached. So if you want to join that, feel free.
Yes, that I did neglect to mention that. Okay, so um Lido, on top of being one of our players, also moderates chat as well as a new Facebook page that uh, also creates um, event invitations for our broadcasts. So if you're on Facebook, actually, I believe you don't even have to be on Facebook for this because the link says that it goes out of Facebook too. So definitely click that link. Um, for those not looking at our current broadcast, and I will try to add this to our link tree, but it is facebook.com/cataclysm Legend of Zelda. Um, so,
It might not work. I'm working on it.
okay. If it doesn't currently work, we will get it up and functional and add it to our link tree, hopefully soon. So, as always, welcome to Edition, and welcome again, Lido. Look forward to seeing what you have planned for tonight. So, next we have Deacon. How you doing, Deacon?
Hi, me doing well. Very much looking forward to exploring new dungeon today. Hopefully we get there. It's also going to be fun to learn about new friend today, so much be excited about. Yes.
Yes. I'm going to duplicate Lido for just a moment while I get Gully onto the screen. Well, Gully's icon onto the screen. So I do believe that Deacon has some new things that he's going to unveil and share with us tonight, as he has as he has taken preparation to delve into the Fire Temple.
Many plans, you see.
And of course, Gully, how you doing today, Gully?
Pretty good. Looking forward to some RP.
All right, it's been a while since we did some good
Or
battling.
possibly killing.
Yeah, yes, we have done our fair amount of role playing sessions, and we are going to get into some well, presumably into some heavy action tonight. So, how do you feel about that, Afine?
I am feeling very squishy and looking forward to staying right in the middle, and yet still away from blast radiuses.
Well,
I'm
we
going to
will.
be doing a lot of maths.
That sounds like a solid plan, and we will see how well it works. So, for our for the people tuning in, this through the many iterations of the campaign, there have been we have not made it. Nobody has made it this far in the campaign. So as we progress forward through this is in large part, even without the changes that have been made into what became the Cataclysm campaign, there have been, even discounting the changes that were made, we would still be treading into uncharted territory. So, out of the 3 or 4 times that I have run, out of 3 or 4 groups that I have run this campaign with, the furthest anybody has made it is roughly halfway through a singular temple. So, And I will say that that every single temple is designed in its own special and unique way, and the Fire Temple has not been explored by anyone yet. So, we'll get into the recap, and we'll delve right into it. So, okay, Leader's saying that the Facebook link should work now. So if anybody wants to click it, and again, when I have a free moment, I will add it to our link tree. So the temples themselves have been in ever looming point for our party. Pertaining specifically to the Fire Temple, as they came to the front door of it, the gateway, many sessions ago, I think it was episode 6 or 7, where they made their way to the doorway of the Fire Temple, they were greeted by the ghost of Darunia. And Darunia told them of a prophecy and asked them to destroy the Black Ark Arena and to seal the temple. And for a number of sessions after that, that was a decision that had weighed very heavy on our players' minds as they considered in which direction to move forward. Trying to figure out why Darunia would not want them to go into the temple. Was it in fact Darunia, or was it something else pretending to be him who just simply didn't want them there? And I believe it was at that point that it was really solidified that the Black Ark Arena, which I don't believe they were in possession of at the time, was the key to opening up the Fire Temple. The Ark Arena itself was initially in possession of the Goron Romeo, who at the time was running kind of like a general goods / antique type shop in Goron Village. And a mysterious traveler had purchased the Black Ark Arena. The next session, they met the said mysterious traveler, who is most commonly known by the title of Link, but introduced himself by his former birth given name, Crow. Crow had spent most of his time in Hyrule Castle, and largely seemed a bit disinterested in participating in anything that had to do with the Fire Temple, and gave the Ark to our party with a very heavy warning. Not particularly a warning about the temple itself, but more so a warning about what it is to be a prophetic person. And maybe it was out of concern, maybe it was out of jealousy, maybe it was out of bitterness. There hasn't been a lot of interaction with Crow yet beyond that. But one thing is for sure with the interaction, and it is that he is not the jovial boomerang chucking boy that many of us are familiar with. So our party has come across the Black Ark Arena, and Leto is in possession of an evil magical sword that the party is still in the process of flushing out what it does. things about the sword that have been established is that it is conscious. It is growing in consciousness. It has the ability to effortlessly destroy phylacteries, and with that, 2 phylacteries have been destroyed thus far, as well as the sword also absorbs the abilities of the phylactery. So while the sword has destroyed the Black Ocarina, the fact that the Fire Temple has a key has not been destroyed. It has simply gone from being the Black Ocarina to being the sword in Lito's possession. So, as they spent some time, most recently in Goron Village, Lito has garnered the agitation of Chief Link's daughter, Princess Juliet. I will not go into specifics on that. You can either check out the last week's session on the Twitch page, or you can check out our YouTube and watch the episode itself. It was an interesting choice of decisions, but the end result was that it got results, and our session has ended with she loves Lito to death. I love it. So our last campaign session ended with Princess Juliet dragging our party into Chief Link's tent, where the chief and Romeo were sleeping, and she accosted her father and informed him that she would be joining the party inside the Fire Temple. So, before we get into it, is there anything else that anybody would like to add about last session's recap? I'll go down the line. Anything, Lito? Are you muted?
We learned that Romeo is kissing up to her father and neglecting her.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Romeo has, as he started out developing a crush on the princess, his love for power seems to be taking more of center stage than the love for the princess, which is part of why she is so angry. And an angry Goron, well, that never has subtle outcomes. And what about you, Deacon? Anything you would like to add to the recap?
Well, I think we getting big taste of Romeo's old violent temper. We found out at the end of last session. Hoping we find a way to curb that, even if it's just showing him where his place is. You see.
Yes, in prior iterations of the campaign, Romeo's rage was successfully subdued through the power of friendship, and with this influx of authority that has not been properly tempered, well, he has made use of that temper. But
yeah. Oh, sorry.
But he has done what was required of him.
This is true. He has good intentions, which is why we're not giving him the boot. We learned.
Yes. I'm going to scoot over a bit because just so the lighting's a little better on me.
Yet.
There we go.
True. Yet. Yeah. Let's see. Other thing is, No, I think that most of what we got. I will of course offer also a disclaimer. Do not actually believe Leto is possessed by the sword.
That is a very important disclaimer.
Just throwing that out there. That's part of recap from last session too.
Very good. And what about Gully? How about you, Gully? Anything you would like to add to the recap?
He is possessed.
Would you like to know?
No. Gully
With
Gully
one
does
eye
not
open.
think that he is that Leto's actually possessed, but he is watchful because he does detect the evil that is coming from that thing. But no, he does not feel that Leto's has given into the dark side yet.
Yes. Gully being a rude
Aside
knight.
from that, Yep. No. Sorry, good.
So yes, Gully being a Rune Knight Paladin is very attuned to those things, and Gully is also the person who has been traveling with Leto since the very first session. So it is a very difficult to argue point that of anybody, Gully would know Leto the best and be most attuned to if there is something ever so subtly shifting in his persona. When you couple that with his paladin abilities, yes, keeping an eye on Leto would be something reasonable that Gully is doing, whether he believes that he has turned or not. And Afine, is there anything you would like to add?
I'm not sure if it was mentioned, but we did learn the shattered fake Master Sword is extremely hydrophobic.
Oh yeah.
Hydrophobic when it pertains to holy water. The barrel
Man,
was blessed.
that really
The
is the
sword.
most evil thing I can imagine. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say the sword is extremely holophobic.
But yes, so there was an instance when our group was testing out the functionality of the sword that Leto was carrying, and they had plunged the entirety of the sword into a full barrel of of sanctified holy water. And when it did that, it immediately began to bubble, and then it combusted, breaking out the bottom of the barrel, causing the whole thing to just spread in all directions. And when the sword was retrieved, it was completely dry. So one of the many interesting and unique properties of this sword, again, very well established that this is an evil sword, but can our group of good, altruistic travelers somehow change the fate of this evil cognitive sword? So we pick up right where we left off, with Juliet standing atop her father with a broken spear, saying, "But Daddy, I'm going to the fire temple." And behind Juliet stands Leto, Gully, Deacon, and Afine. And the chief not quite having his full senses around him, it takes a bit of an extra moment to kick in what she has said. And when doing so, the king replies, "Well, you heard it, Romeo. You guys are going to the fire temple."
No. Listen to what she said.
Mhm.
She's going. Didn't say anybody else but us.
Mhm.
just a ever so subtle flash of paleness washes over Romeo, seemingly to panic for just a split second before Leto interjects with his comments. And then he very quickly sides with Leto and says, you know what, you know what, Chief? These four know what they're doing, and I think that my time would be better spent keeping these Gorons in line, so you don't have to worry about it.
Do I, as Deacon, do I see that sense of fear on him for that second?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. Perception?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. 15.
15? Yeah, you catch it.
Yeah. So, like, just in that second, Deacon's rose-tinted glasses crack a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Aw.
Just hairline.
Yeah. Just like right through the left lens, just like fracture, And I'm gonna sneak over to Romeo while they're focused on Leto. And I'm gonna sleight of hand his warhammer.
Away from him?
Yes.
While he's doing that, I'm going to tell the chief, well, as someone who could possibly wind up with her in the long run, royalty and royalty, I gotta show her what I can do since, bravery and everything.
Daggers.
Wait, you're what?
Absolute daggers from Princess Juliet to Leto. But Deacon, give me that sleight of hand check.
26.
Yeah, not a problem.
Okay.
You know what? Actually, give me a strength save too, because that's a pretty big hammer, and you're a pretty little guy. I mean, I'll put it at like
save.
10, just to make sure, like you're able to get it away from him, but to make sure like the weight of it just doesn't drop you a strength save.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Fuck, I got an 8. I knew I should have angled for athletics.
Okay, so you're able to get it away from him, but as you start to kind of like carry it, the just weight just kind of hits, and it kind of thuds on the ground, makes the like a very small dust kind of poof. He doesn't notice because you were close enough.
Thanks.
But you know what other people do, because I would say like you're behind him.
I get that.
So with that, actually I have to go over here because I don't want to bring up her character sheet to the viewers. So where is... Okay, there's her character sheet. And I'll check her percent. Okay, that's just a straight. It's actually plus. Okay, so as of right now, the only person who definitely notices is Leto. Anybody else who would like to make a who would like to make a perception check is welcome. But the only person who seems to notice is Leto.
Nice.
And definitely Gully. Leto and Gully notice. So, all right. So how would you like to, what would you like to do with the Warhammer?
Well, since Leto noticed, okay, he's in front of everybody, right?
Yeah.
Like Leto's.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm going to use like a brief message on Gully to kind of like whisper, please help me keep him in line. This will teach him a lesson. Please hide this in your bag for me. Since Gully seems to have noticed me, and I would ask him to hold it for now, if that's okay with you, Gully.
Yeah, go ahead. Slide on over.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I slip it into Gully's hands or his
All right.
bag, whichever.
The Warhammer is much more manageable in Gully's hands.
Thank you.
And he takes it and puts it away. But by the way, didn't we end the last session trying to teach Romeo a lesson?
Yeah.
Okay. Just do some minor recapping. So okay, at this point, but the three Gorons are kind of like delving into it, just like Juliet expressing that she doesn't want Romeo to go. The king or Chief Link initially insisting, but now starting to sway in the other direction, and Romeo himself helping the chief come to that conclusion that that Romeo should not go. So, as a brief aside to the viewership, one of the things that got Romeo's story, the ball of Romeo's story rolling, was the fact that Romeo grew up with stories of his father's heroic deeds in Dodongo Cavern, stories which were manufactured, but Romeo was unaware. And Romeo wanted to be a hero, or viewed upon as a hero, much like his father was. So when during the after the prologue. So during the campaign, when our party went into Dodongo Cavern, Romeo went with them and ended up fabricating a story of his own personal glory, much like his father did all those years ago. So when the initial thought of actually venturing into the Fire Temple, where there is definitely danger afoot, it was a very scary prospect to Romeo, and he does not actually want to go.
I man, I'm trying to Deacon's trying to figure out how much he wants to pull his punches for this one. Because right now he's pretty frustrated with this turn of events.
Yes.
And so as the he's going to stir the pot a little bit. And he's going to kind of make a little bit of an approach now that he's managed his little sneaky thing. And he's going to make a gesture out in like the exit of the building, like theoretically towards the guards, you know. And he's going to say, "Now, Romeo, you better, sorry. Let me do this in character. Romeo, better not be taking out too much of your frustrations on the guards and such. I know that it's a scary prospect going into the real Fire Temple, but please don't put anyone else's head into rocks before we go. While we're gone, I think you should be holding down the fort without maybe, using your fist too much. I think, we're gonna I'm going for it. Fuck it. I want to see his reaction.
All right. Romeo gets this ever so slightly smug look on his face. And he goes, "Oh, you mean those two lazy, clumsy, good-for-nothing soldiers? Oh no, they fell."
Like, if only he could hear the crack of the glasses falling to pieces. Deacon takes a deep breath and he says, "I get it, Romeo. I know what it's like to be scared, and I know what it's like to be angry. You shouldn't get those two conflated. You shouldn't allow your fear of going out there and doing this right, of going to the temple, of not going to the temple. You don't have to take out your temper on people who are trying to do what you want them to do. It's really not going to help people to make yourself this enemy of the people. Like, do you think that's building affection? Do you think that's building a desire to be loyal to the Gorons? To put them through hell? Do you think that this is, and I look over at Chief Link and I say, is that what we hired him for? To put fear into the citizens' hearts? We don't forget the Gorons are strong, but they were not these. The Gorons that I remember were not such violent people, and not to each other. There is so much trust here, or there was, that your people can live in inns that don't charge anything, in tents and huts. You don't need this kind of violence between your people. And I think that the more your anger takes hold of you, the more you forget what being a Goron is supposed to stand for, Romeo. And I think it's because you haven't seen enough of what actually being rough is. So I really think that you should take a step down here, Romeo, and think about what you're doing. Because Juliet has the right idea. Um, and she wants to go in there and defend her people. But you seem to only want to assault them. Is that really who you are?
Well, I can't really hold it against you because, you know, you're not Goron. But, um, see, we are a strong people and we have fallen from grace. And I understand that sometimes it's better to be loved than feared. But look at Juliet, for example. When when you first met her, would she have gone into the fire temple? Would she be so willing to take such an undertaking? No, no. It's because of me. It's because of the time that I have spent with her. It's because of the time that I have spent with these, Gorons, whipping them into shape. And, you know, if the future is as bleak as some people fear and feel that it's going to be, then the union between Juliet and I will be a very strong representation of our people, because it won't just be me showing strength, it will be a unified couple of power.
A unified couple. And that's why you're willing to go in there right now and defend her, and you're not scared. Sorry, Fiend. What did you want to say?
I was just gonna say, Romeo, you're really reminding me of someone right now. It's almost uncanny. He thought a lot like you. He wanted power, hurt people he said he loved to get it, hurt everyone else because he thought it would work. There's a reason he was branded a traitor and is now dying alone.
Well, he was a
This
traitor.
path will not take you on a good one.
You know, wounds heal. And, some people need to learn that the hard way. And
Yes, but you're not leaving wounds. And the only one you're going to end up hurting is yourself. Trust me on this. You do not want to end up like him.
is this really how you want to build a diplomatic relationship with the future chief of the Gorons?
Okay. Romeo, let's go outside. I'm done listening to your bravado. You think you're all that? I'm gonna kick your butt.
The chief interjects on the matter. Now that he has time to gain his senses about him, he interjects. He says, "Everybody, I believe the tempers in my hut have reached the temperature of the lava flow outside this village. And my village is not the place for conflict. So, my daughter, she is the most important thing to me. And I would not entrust her to anybody lightly. Romeo will stay behind, and I will counsel him on his abrasive methods, and I will see to it personally. But this is as far as the conflict is going to go in my village."
You know what? Good idea. But you both should watch your butts. Once she comes back, she might not want to be any of this anymore. She might just want to be an adventurer and leave. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. And I leave.
All right. So do you casually saunter out, or do you storm off?
Oh no, I casually sauntered out. I'm not afraid. I'm not worried. I'm proving a point.
I love it. Point proven. All right. For all the conflict at the very end, Leto proves that that he is not vested in Romeo's bad behavior, and that he has better things to do. Does everybody else simply follow, or would you like to have your own personal statements as well?
Deacon is just kind of like staring at Romeo, and it's a little bit of an extended gesture as like the past kind of flashes through his eyes. And as he he stays there for an extra few seconds, and he's just, man. He just says, like, as he turns to go, it's not so much anger as just disappointment, as he's like, I guess I thought you were someone you weren't. Can't believe I lied about the Dongo's Cavern for you. And I walk out slowly.
Is that internal or external monologuing?
External.
You know what? Okay. So, okay, so Deacon and Leto have left the tent. And I would say that with that, Juliet leaves the tent as well. So Gully and Afine, you are there. And any parting words before you exit, or
Well, I guess this is where we exit stage left as well. I do.
Make good choices. As Zafine leaves, her fins are visibly flaring.
all right. So Leto was there for the entire line of the entire question, but when Gully and Afine come out, you hear the tail end of the question, and that tail end is, "What did you mean by that?" So for Deacon and Leto, she's questioning about Dito's Dito fusion dance, about Deacon's parting comment about Dodongo Cavern. Do you elaborate, Deacon?
You know what, Juliet? We shouldn't tell you. You should ask him when we get back.
All right. So we have, if we're going to take it on foot, we have 4 hours of travel up to Dodongo Cavern. There's a halfway point, which is the hot springs, which is 2 hours up. How would you guys like to travel?
Oh, whoops! I didn't realize I was muted for that. Sorry. I just wanted to say I think that a very good idea. Not because I think you can't handle it, but because I think he needs to admit that to himself and to you. It'd prove more of a point that way. Anyway, sorry. God, now that I was saying that, I completely lost place of your question. I apologize. What did you say?
The method, I know you have alternate methods of travel. So how would you like to travel up towards the Dodongo Cavern?
What time of day is it, roughly?
Early morning.
Oh, right. Okay. I'd say the straight route. And no sense burning any spell slots before we get into the temple, if that makes sense.
All right, so taking it on foot.
If that's okay with you guys.
Yep.
Okay.
Bring up my travel encounters.
Unless Leto wants to use some tree stuff, tree travel.
Tree travel would take you halfway there, up to the springs.
No. I actually grew by the entrance to Dodongo's Cavern
Oh, that's right.
during the prologue. So I
That's
do have that. I can do that if you want. It's just kind of,
I mean, it's up to you.
It's a lot of energy to expend and to go inside, not, kind of full. I don't mind.
No. We probably should have you at full strength, sir. Yeah, that's good. No worries. It's fine.
Well,
So I want to see if we find any Lionels.
On that note, would somebody be willing to carry me?
Sure. I pat Chimkin, and she She actually like does a thing where she like bows her head and like kind of lifts you onto her back.
Well, as she's doing that, I wild shape into a fire beetle. So I'm now like that big.
Okay.
And you're
So
just
I'm just
sitting on her head, perched cleanly.
Yeah.
Nice. No, I love it.
Sounds good.
and if I can, I'm gonna try and take a short rest as we go up.
Okay. So we're gonna have each of us roll a d20 for encounter because we have 4 players and we have 4 hours to travel. If any of those rolls are an 8 or below, any effect of anything that anybody would like to do on a short rest, you can do during those technical rolls, as they will prove to be non-labor intensive hours. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry. Since it's just me and Leto isn't like, cause Leto's like the beetle size.
Uh-huh.
Um, hey Gully, you want to hop up here too? I think we could all maybe fit. I'm not sure. But if you want to read that book of yours in the downtime,
Yeah, that'd be great.
I pet Chimkin, and she's not used to the armor necessarily yet, so she can't do the head thing, but Deacon helps you climb up.
All right. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely.
All right. Safe to assume that everybody is top champion at the moment. Does anybody not want
If you're
to
okay with that.
Does anybody prefer to walk? All right. So everyone give me a d20 for the 4 hours of travel.
Woohoo! I got a 2.
We got a 12.
Nice.
I-
Very nice.
12. Wow.
Okay. So, with that, we have 2 available short rests. So, with that, Leto will get your wild shape back,
Thank you.
and Gully can do 2 hours of reading atop Chimkin.
Woo,
Hell
yay.
yeah. Nice.
So, as you're traveling up the mountainside, you come across I'm hesitant to call it a cave, but it is an opening in the rock side. And who has dark vision?
I do.
Okay, so as you look in, you can see that inside the cave itself is a number of fire keys. They do not seem agitated or aggressive at the moment.
I'll chime that in. Looks like we have some spicy keys. Any of you guys feel like going to swat some flies, or do you want to just continue straight to Dodongo's place? There's a little cave over there. Up to you guys. I have no strong opinion.
Well, if you don't have a strong opinion, we should probably just continue on our way, unless someone really, really wants to deviate.
I splurted a little bit of fire.
Nice.
At the keys?
Well, it's just gonna be that little, like a lighter
Oh, okay.
amount. It's not
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have the ability to like project fire, so it's just
It's still a little flicker.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right. So we are not engaging in the keys. Okay.
True.
Slaughter them.
So that in itself would make the entire travel technically a short rest. So Gully, you can get a total of 4 hours instead of 2 reading.
Nice.
All right. So as you make your way up, you pass by the springs. You see that it's pretty much just how you left it. There's really nobody there. You can see the Lido Shrine. The water looks nice, and eventually, as you continue to make your way up the mountain, the first thing you see, even before the entrance to the cave, was the sprouting that Lido had done, as the greenery tends to, well, the red and greenery tends to stick out a little more than just the monocolored rock that you pass. So you come to the entrance to the Dango Cavern. What would you like to do?
Huh. I just thought of something, but I don't know if Deacon would know these exist since he's not from the area.
Mhm.
Can I PM you and see if that's even something that he might have heard about?
Yeah, over on Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Oh wait, hang on. I gotta find it. Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. You knew what I meant. Discord.
Yeah.
We knew what you meant.
We're just like that. All right. About its existence?
Yeah.
I believe so, because I believe in your original campaign there was a little something that we did with that.
Oh, okay, cool. I look at Lido, and I ask if he can use his fancy druid powers to grow bomb flowers.
Uh,
Oh, sorry.
Question.
I just thought of that when I saw that you were growing a bunch of stuff on the walls here. That, like, maybe at some point you could grow, like, bomb flowers, and that would be pretty awesome. He goes, Bakuretsu.
So, Leto, still being the fire beetle, will roll off a Chinkin, and then as he falls, turn back into Leto and go, I think I have to actually see them growing to know how they grow, and then I can
Ooh,
probably do it.
that makes sense. I hope we find some. That would be fun.
Because, yeah, there were none where I originally lived.
Gotcha.
Or
That makes
coral
sense.
and, like,
Not around me either.
seaweed.
Ooh. Seaweed. Good for soup. Anyway. But yeah, good to know. Thanks, Lido.
No problem.
So, did you guys want to do anything before we head inside?
Well, here's the question. Are we going in like normal and we're going to have light? Or are we following someone who can actually see? Are we trying to go through real quick?
Well, I can see in the darkness in general, so I wouldn't mind leading the pack. I have no idea what it's gonna look like once we get inside the temple, but I imagine it'll be pretty bright somehow with lava or something even, you know. Well, yeah, I don't imagine we'll find anything in Dodongo's cavern, so I'm not too worried about it. Unless those, old Gorons are still here.
By the way, Juliet, possibly your dad didn't tell you that there's a group of Gorons that have been living here that have been killing all kinds of nasty things that come through. Just a heads up.
She goes, well, are they going to try to kill us?
Well, the last time we came through, it was kind of okay because we looked really tough. But this time we have royalty with us. So I don't know how they're going to react.
she kind of like straightens up and puffs herself up a little bit, and she goes, "Well, if the four of you were intimidating enough to keep them in line, then the five of us surely will be."
Oh, Juliet, by the way, I have something for you. Gully, could you hand that thing to her?
Oh yeah, here you go, Juliet.
Thank you.
All right, and what does Gully hand her?
Romeo's Warhammer.
So as Gully ends the Warhammer, it takes but a quick moment for her to realize what she's being handed, and she kind of gives it a slight chuckle.
I smirk at her and go, thought this be a little fun. It seemed fitting this way.
And she takes it in her hand, and she takes off one of her pieces of bracelet and ties it to the handle of the Warhammer, and walks over and hangs it on a tree. And she says, "Thank you, but it's not quite my style." She goes, "I think it'll be safe here for the time being."
Deacon smirks. He goes, sounds good. I think you're right.
Ito's gonna walk over to the Warhammer that's hanging from the tree and just druidcraft some posies on it. Really like girly flowers that are like just out there.
Ooh, no.
Very bright and pretty and pink and purples and just like
Can
yeah.
I recommend orange lilies?
Oh yes. Okay.
Thinking
Get in here.
in Victorian flower language.
What do they mean in Victorian flower language?
Hatred.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
I love
I
it.
know white roses, I know red roses, and I know sunflowers. Those are the four that I know.
That
I
is
have an entire book that I'm memorizing.
that is beautiful. I love it. But I'm getting very like post credit like Thor Love and Thunder things where like Thor's looking for it and she's like put all the makeup on it. She's like, "No, it's pretty." So yes, as everyone's finished decorating Romeo's Warhammer, she kind of like scoffs at it. She goes, "Yes, it's much more fitting for somebody like him now." With just a hint of anger in her voice. So,
High five, princess. Low. Probably low five because you're a little shorter than I am.
she medium fives you.
I bet.
And when you make contact with her hand, you get a pretty good feeling of what she's talking about. These are not dainty hands at all. In fact, in comparison to any of the Gorons that you may have high-fived along the way, it ranks up there. She lets out a ever so tiny chuckle as she believes that you have a better inkling of what she's capable of. So she's like, "Well, are we just gonna send her out here and grow flowers? Are we gonna go open a temple up.
I can make it a lot prettier out here, but I think we want to go inside.
So you go into the Dongo Cavern, and it is dark, because it's a cave, and anybody who does not have dark vision, what is your method of illumination?
I'm going to put one finger up and cast Produce Flame, so it's literally just like a 5-foot round flame.
Nice. And I'll lead the way, because I have dark vision, so I can lead us through the passageways.
All right. So you
And I hold up a flaming sword for light.
Hell yeah.
Size doesn't matter.
Nope. As long as it produces light, I'm good.
It's how you use it. So you make your way through the very familiar temple at this cavern at this point, and well, I guess my question is, once you get to to the area where the heads are on spikes, do you want to head
Get in
through
here.
the hatchery, or do you want to go around? At this point, you can see a flame, and you have a pretty good feeling that those 4 Gorons are in that general vicinity where you last saw them.
I still feel embarrassed about last time, but also the heads are still kind of icky. So I look at Leto, and I kind of gesture in either direction.
Wait, anybody? Any response?
No
Response? I'm just gonna walk straight to him.
All right.
That works.
And
I'll
call
follow
out,
behind.
hey, we're back.
Ohio!
He goes, back.
Yeah, remember us?
Why?
Temple?
And was it Granite?
Mhm.
Granite's like, I know. You miss me.
I don't know you well enough to miss you, though.
All 4 of them get a good laugh out of that horrific joke. So, as you start to make with the small talk, Juliet comes and start to as she gets closer, she becomes illuminated by the flaming sword and torches. And
Do they respond in any way when they see her?
They immediately stop laughing. They all stand up, maybe not necessarily recognizing her initially, but definitely recognizing the significance of her adornment of jewelry. And they all get up, they all stand as proper at attention as they can muster, which is not much. And they start to stammer because they want to ask if this is the princess, but they don't want to verbally make the assumption in assuming that somebody is any type of royalty if they're not. So they start to kind of stumble over their words, and Juliet interrupts them and goes, yes, your princess. What are you doing held up in this cave, this empty, barren, smelly cave? And one of them chimes in, but princess, I mean no disrespect, but you see, Goron Village has fallen a bit soft as time goes on, and we regard ourselves as somewhat of a purist, and we would like to preserve the the ever so powerful ways of our ancestors. And she seems to have not taken offense to that, although she easily could, but her eyes are on something else. So she says, well, there is no shame in honoring the ancient ways, but I'm not sure how long you have been cooped up in here. But things are changing in Goron Village, and I believe that our village would benefit from more Gorons who revered the ancient ways. So I, as your princess, demands that you leave this area and return to the village with my instruction and go and seek my father. And they immediately start like stomping out the fire and gathering whatever meager belongings they have left. And say, of course, princess, of course. And they scamper off, literally scamper off back towards the entrance to Goron Village until they go out of view. She turns to your party and says, well, now that that's been taken care of,
Put the fear
shall
of
we?
God in them.
So I gotta ask Juliet, were any of them your type by chance, just in case if it doesn't work out with Romeo?
No.
Okay.
And she seems a bit dismissive. Like, she answers it very bluntly, but she also seems very, very dismissive of the question, as if she had put little to no thought into it. The answer simply rolled off her tongue. All right. So as you venture in deeper into the cave, the Dodongo skeleton is still there. However, you notice that there are points of it that are missing. Most notably, one of its, I guess, would equate to its femur, the very large, dominant leg bone. Only one is missing. There are the teeth. The teeth have been completely removed. And there are some kind of like hairline cracks where the horns are, but none of the like into the skull, but none of the horns have been removed. Anybody who would like more information is free to do a survival check.
Yeah, I kind of want to just check if there are like bite marks or something like that. Like, I want to see if there was like an animal that did this.
Okay.
Here, survival.
Yes, they'll survive.
I'll also do a little survival with you, or I can help you.
Okay, so with the survival check, looking for bite marks or anything like that, you don't find anything. I mean, you find a couple of maybe like scratch marks on like the skull of it, but those scratch marks seem to be very superficial in the effect that they most likely happened while it was alive.
Gotcha. Okay. I I kind of laugh a little nervously, and I said, checking for any signs of other Dodongos, you know?
All right, and Gully, check. Give me a survival for the damaged parts of the skeleton. 18. All right. As you start to kind of mull over the things that are specifically missing from the Dodongo skeleton, you start to piece together that these are specific things that would make really good weaponry. So, the teeth themselves are very evident in terms of the fact that like they could be used for arrow tips, or I would say that you're even reminded once of a sword that you once saw that was made of teeth, that was caused a very unique type of damage when wielded. And the femur itself that was missing can either be kind of shaven down to make things like darts, or in the hands of a strong Goron can be wielded itself as a type of club. So you're able to come to the conclusion that most likely the 4 Dodongos that left have been slowly harvesting this skeleton for weaponry.
Neat.
Well, instead of putting him to rest, they've been putting him to work. Okay.
Are there any like little pieces that are like ready to break off or anything like that?
Kind of like splintery pieces.
Yeah.
Give me an investigation.
I will guide myself. How about a 30?
All right. I was gonna say one splintered piece for every 5, so that would put you at a 30. So you find 6 kind of like splintered slivers.
Coolio.
So each one appears to be roughly the length of a pencil, and you do note that they themselves are incredibly sharp. All right.
Just
So
in case if we need to bring them back, now I have something.
so anything else with the Dodongo skeleton?
I'm all set.
Okay.
No, but there is something I'd like to do at this point in the cavern.
Absolutely.
I would like to be stupid and use a spell slot to cast this. Just setting up for going in.
Ooh,
All right. That
that's a good
lasts
idea.
for an hour. All right. All right. I will note anything that is invisible or on the ethereal plane that you would see.
Thank you. I'm nervous about this dungeon, but
So
I see. I like it.
I think that's the first time that's. You know what? That might have been cast. No, that was Fairy Fire. Yeah, I believe that's the first time we have cast this in any of the campaigns. See invisibility.
Nice.
I was going to make the Kyburn reference, but I was like, no, you guys cast Fairy Fire on him.
Very true. Very true.
That's how you're able to see him when he was invisible.
Mhm.
All right. So you start making your way to what appears to be a just run-of-the-mill barren wall. Um, yeah, you know what? We'll leave it at that for the time being. So you come to where you know that the entranceway is. What would you like to do?
I'd like to see if like Darunia is still there, warning us in some kind of way. Like just kind of run my hand along the wall, look for any of the stuff that kind of was there before.
Nothing. Nothing for a fiend either.
Huh.
Hmm.
Well, something's either gone very right or very wrong.
Something has gone very.
Mhm.
Well, is everybody ready?
Yes.
As I'll
Let's
ever be.
proceed.
Let's do it.
Actually, before we do that, Fiend, can I have your hand real quick?
Sure. I
Okay.
reluctantly put my hand in yours.
That's fine. I am going to
Oh, how
cast
sweet.
that on you.
You guys are holding hands.
Bark skin.
Look at them.
You now have bark skin.
Thank you.
Best way to describe it is from Leto's hand into your hand, there's a ripple of energy that goes down your arm, and slowly your skin starts to look a little rough, like bark, until it's fully done. Now you
Wow.
have a 16 AC. Hopefully that's higher than what you had.
Thank you. I'm not even looking at my sheet, but it definitely is.
Yay.
All right. So what's next?
Okay. Well, since I'm the evil one, I go and take the sword out of the bag.
The moment
Like-
you take the sword out, you feel the pull towards the doorway. Do you hold on to the sword?
Oh yes.
It pulls you. It pulls you to the point that like you recognize that even if you had dug your heels in, either like your heels would have dragged or you would have just simply fallen straight forward. It is this unimaginable pull, and the blade itself sinks through the stone wall all the way so that the hilt is flush with the rock wall. And a red light starts to permeate through the cracks of the doorway. And it parts the rock face. And in front you see the gaping entrance to the fire temple. And at this point, the first thing that you note is that even though you are towards the top of Death Mountain, and even though you are in a cavern inside the mountain, the amount of heat that comes rushing at you guys is not like any other. It is a steam that comes through the door. And well, we'll leave it at that for the time being.
I hope everybody's remembered to wear their Goron tunics.
Everybody has one. I'm sure of that.
Yes, one of few tunics that I actually have.
So, is the sword still like hanging in the air, or did it come loose?
Well, the sword is in your hand.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure if it,
Oh
came
no,
out of the
so
door,
like
and now I.
yeah, as the rocks parted, the sword remained in your hand. So
Okay.
so once the door opened, the sword itself completely lost its pull and just went kind of limp in your hand as if a power that was inside the sword has, now ceased to be a part of that sword. Physically, it has not changed. Visually, it has not changed.
So, problem number 1 done.
All right, so I will go ahead and step on through the door behind Leto, unless Leto steps to the side, and then I'll step forward through.
Just like putting a foot through, like tapping to make sure that it's not going to like fall away or something.
So,
Smart. Okay.
you know what? You know what? At this point, let's establish a marching order. You can all do it together. You can, like, the door is wide enough that the 5 of you could theoretically go in at the same time. But in terms of just simple functionality, how do you guys enter into the temple?
I think Gully would probably want to go ahead of everyone just because he would rather be the meat shield in front of them. Should anything come their way unexpectedly, like a trap or
Okay.
crazy person.
So as Gully tries to be the first and only person to enter, um, Juliet forcibly enters with him. She is. You can almost feel the palpable adrenaline as her eyes have gone wide, her fists have begun to tremble as her fingers just kind of are starting to go a little bit haywire, and her and Gully enter in at the same time. So from Leto, Deacon, and Afine, nothing seems strange. But as Juliet turns around to tell you guys to come on and hurry up, she sees that there is a force field of sorts from her end, preventing her from leaving. As she comes up to it, she presses her hands against it. And although you cannot see it, you can see that she's pressing against something. And at first she gets a little bit agitated. She even throws a couple punches at it. And you don't even see so much as a ripple effect. Gully does. But you guys do not. And once she's exhausted a couple punches, she just shrugs her shoulders and went, well, it looks like what's ever in here. We gotta take care of it.
Yep.
Her whole demeanor changes.
Sorry.
She welcomes you in. She goes, come on. The only way out is to go in.
I just kind of like raise my fist for like a hoo-ah type gesture as I walk on through right behind Gully and Juliet. I will be second in the marching order.
All right.
It's a one-way ticket when you come through.
Maybe. I have ways.
Yeah, with that, did they hear me, and did I hear the response of maybe, if he did hear me?
Yes, sound perfectly
Okay.
travels both ways.
Perfect.
So, Fiend, just in case it closes once the sword goes through, I'm going to let you go through first and then I'll follow you.
Okay. Understandable. I head in.
And then I follow.
All right. So everyone is now in. You can now see the force field which Juliet was talking about. If anybody gives it any type of push, hit, anything like that, you incur the same effect that she does, where you would feel like if you punch it, you would feel like it's not like punching a brick wall or a stone wall in this case. It's to the touch, it almost feels like what's that called? What's non-Newtonic fluid?
Non-Newtonian solid or something?
Yes. Yeah.
It might have been fluid.
Yeah. So yeah, it feels kind of like solid and wet at the same time to the touch. All right. Now, let me take you to your temple. I have so many pages. There it is. Okay. So the last time I tried to change a scene, it took a minute to do it. So, while this is going on, while they're just making the change, so you come into the temple, and the first thing that you notice is that the entire area itself is covered in that fog, that steamy fog that ever so momentarily came out when it opened. You find yourself on a small platform surrounded by lava. And on this platform, you see a lantern. The lantern appears to be lit, but is not giving off light. It does not illuminate the room in any way whatsoever.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Can I pick it up? Like,
So the lantern
this
itself.
is a trap. I'm gonna fall for it. Wait, sorry. What?
So it is kind of like a brass type metal, a brass colored metal that is has this light fixture on the top of it on like a, I want to say like a 5-prong, almost looks like a claw holding it. Yeah, you're able to pick it up.
Okay. Does it do anything specific when I do that?
No, you feel nothing strange. It just appears to be a type of lantern.
That doesn't light anything up, huh?
Lights it is. Oh, maybe it is working for
Okay.
you. I haven't gotten my DM screen loaded yet.
Sure. Okay.
So
Fiend, how's
Can
everything
I?
looking for you? I know you've got the sea invisibility going at the moment.
I take it looks like fog.
Okay,
Ask you
okay, just checking.
No, yeah, it just looks like fog.
Okay, okay. Definitely,
okay.
if you notice anything a little wonky or weird, let us know, okay?
I'll be sure to let you know if I see something I think shouldn't be there.
All right. So I'm gonna port over everyone, and if I need to adjust anything, we can do it once we get these loaded up.
Okay. Well, while we kind of wait, I'm gonna use a first level spell slot to cast Identify, which takes me about a minute to cast.
Okay.
Um, and yeah, I just want to see if there's anything spicy with this lantern.
Okay. It is magical.
Ooh, okay.
And it appears to be a type of Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me correct myself. Afine does see something. What she sees is a very faint, almost like string of lights that is heading in a direct northern direction.
Okay.
So what you get from identifying this item is that it appears to be supplying something with its energy.
Interesting. I'll just kind of relay that. Seems like it's supplying something with its energy. Interesting.
Oh.
Spicy magic juice go from here to there.
Interesting.
So,
It could be powering those lights.
Lights question?
What was that?
Oh, I said lights question mark. Oh no, just like in character as well. Sorry. We didn't see them, but I guess you would have mentioned that. Sorry.
Ah, okay,
Sorry.
Gabby, I
Sorry.
can see something.
Okay. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can switch Wi-Fi's again. Because it's telling me now that it's giving me connection
You said you
issues.
can see something? What are you seeing, Athene?
I didn't realize you guys couldn't see the lights.
nope.
Lights? Oh.
Oh. Alright. I think this will let me fix this lighting. Wait, did I lose it? No. Hmm. Are we back? Uh, am I connected? Am I connected now? I see Lido moving. Do I have audio yet? No. No, I see people talking, but... Mm-mm. Hello? Hello. Hold on.
I'm not saying it'll work. Not saying I need
Okay,
it, but
okay.
I'm just throwing it out there that I have that stuff. So let's see.
Can you guys hear me?
No, I can.
Okay.
I haven't for a minute though.
All right. Sorry about that.
All good.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for everyone sticking with us. All right. Let me just kind of like fix up the remainder of the lighting. What was the last thing you guys heard me say?
About the lights, honestly.
Okay. All right. Uh, okay. So I'm going to give everyone a 15-foot radius of vision.
Is that to do with the fog?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm gonna try. Why does it have to do this right as we get to the temple?
Mood. But yeah, just throwing it out there. Not sure if it affects anything because I know you mentioned it was because of the fog. My dark vision goes out to 60 feet if we ever run into something that's not obscured by fog. So just throwing that
Yeah.
out there. I know you, yeah, but I'm just for future reference. I get the
Absolutely.
fog thing, but
Yeah. All right. I think I'm starting to get a little bit of. All right. So, okay. So back to the lamp.
mm.
What would is there anything you guys want to do with the lamp?
Well, if it's powering the lights or something, maybe we should leave it here for now and kind of follow the path. Um, do you see the path to the next? Do any other lights, Ifine? I can't really see anything yet. Like there's nothing illuminated on the map. So
I think I just see the path. Oh, what? A series of lights, anyway.
Okay. Deacon, do you have vision now?
no.
What about Lido?
I do.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. It might just be a connection thing.
Here, I'll refresh.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and refresh also, just in case.
Can I look inside the lantern and see if there's like a wick or some kind of like source of illumination if you were to light it up?
You can check it out. As far as you can see, it is just simply a. There appears to be a type of an energy source. It doesn't appear to be specifically like a flame or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay. Is that better?
Still can't see anything.
Really? Everybody else?
No, I don't see anything
blind.
either.
Again, I think I'm the only one.
All right, maybe. Let me check the set. Oh wait, let me check the settings. See if there's anything different I did with Lido's. I think they should all be the same, but we'll see. Bright light, 15 feet. Same.
That just made mine go monochrome.
Yours changed?
So now it's in black and white. I can't see any of our tokens.
Oh my god. Okay. Let me take it back to you. like something tells me like I'm just going to like click the wrong thing and I'm going to reveal the entire map. If there's light or connection. Okay, fuck it. Fingers crossed. Lita, what about now?
I can see again.
Just
In
15
all
feet or
colors.
the whole map?
Oh no, I can see in about. I can see basically the whole platform that we're on.
Okay, not the whole map.
No.
Okay, all right. I'm going to attempt to copy these settings, and we'll take it one by one. All right, so next should be Deacon. Do you have a
Oh,
15-foot?
cool.
Just
Yeah, and so I see a 15-foot radius of myself and everybody else who is shedding light, if that makes
okay.
sense.
All right, that's
So I have my own, and then I have everybody else's, and it's like we each have our little torch on us.
okay.
Oh, now I see.
All right. So, and I will throw Juliet. Okay, so now everybody should see okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, yes, the torch. It is still currently in Deacon's hand.
Yeah, I was just holding on to it.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
Well,
Juliet is not pretty.
She's her own kind of pretty.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's go with this simple thing. We were asking Afine about the lights.
Mhm.
Right.
Did they like go like forever, or did they go like left and right?
Mhm.
Don't go into the lava, right?
They just seem to be going north. I'm actually gonna pull out my quarter stuff and start tapping the edge of the platform.
Yeah. So,
So the lights that are going north, is there like a specific you know, path that they're taking? Like, is it going from this platform north, or is it where is it originating from?
the lamp.
Out of the capture.
Oh, from the lamp. Oh.
So to give better explanation as to what Afine is seeing, as I assume she has no objections of anything to not tell you.
Please.
So it's kind of like from the energy source of the lamp, Afine is witnessing a kind of like wispy floating river of energy that heads in a northern direction to a source, but the source itself is obscured by the fog. If the party were to take a moment to kind of walk around the platform that they find themselves on, they would see that, or Afine would see that the light is definitely traveling to a very specific source. So it kind of like adjusts itself as you move the lantern.
You can hold still for me for a second.
Okay.
I'm going to stand in between the lantern and where the light is going.
Okay.
And reach down and test the light path.
Okay. The path of the light goes through you, but you do not feel any type of disturbance or flow.
Okay, great. That nearly ended horribly. I was just about to test that by stepping on it.
Well, let's see. Hmm. So the lantern, like you said, it looks lit, right?
Yeah, if you get close to it, you can see like there is a ball of energy that is encased in some type of like glass or crystal, but the energy
Oh,
itself is not illuminating light.
gotcha. Okay.
So I have a dumb idea.
I'll take anything at this point.
So can I have it for a second?
Sure. I hand it over.
I pick it up. I put my finger to like the glass and try and cast reduce flame, but inside like into the ball of energy.
Lito, wait, don't blow it up.
Blow
Wait,
it up. Fuck it too.
you know what? I guess with that, it would now act as a light source, um, but it provides no additional distance of illumination. You can just see now that it does light up.
I give it back to Decoon. I turn around. My job here is done, and I start walking back towards the entrance.
Fair.
Like 10 feet and then turn
Hey,
around.
Okay.
hey, Effie, do you have like a staff or a quarterstaff?
I have a quarterstaff. Yeah.
So if you were to go to like the edge of this platform and and hold the light source, or Deacon, if you can stand next to her and hold the light source, can you like you just tap, like out in the space in front of it to see if there's like maybe an invisible platform or something that forms? I
That
guess if
works.
it was invisible, you would see it, but
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
True.
Well, I mean,
It's worth a
you
shot.
do see a platform to the west.
Yeah, we do see that over there, but I was just wondering if there's a platform that we can't see that's directly in the path of the light.
Yeah, I kind
Otherwise,
of hope
we can
that
just go ahead and go to the platform to the left if you want to do that.
No. Here. Here, I'll stand next to her and see if there's like, I don't know, I guess I'll kind of like hold the lantern over the edge a little bit.
You see no indication of invisible platforms.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Hey, how about I just use these wing boots that I have of jumping and I'll jump over there.
that works. Tell us if you find
Oh,
anything over there.
so
I can
the other
maybe make
thing
this.
I have neglected to mention, which
Uh-oh.
has no effect up until this point, but the ceilings are rather low, approximately 20 feet high.
Gotcha. Okay.
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 All right. So you get onto. Oh wait, actually, what we should do now is, before we go any further, we should take initiative orders.
Hmm.
So let me
Oh, fiddlestick.
clear these out
Oh.
entirely.
Come on. Don't be a crap initiative today. Don't be crap initiative. That's crap initiative.
All right, we're starting off with Gully with a
And that one.
yeah. Okay, Deacon.
One sec.
He's it's not looking too good so far.
It's fine. So far, the squishiest of us is going first.
True. I'm gonna
Yeah.
buy Gully an initiative reroll. I've sent you the coins for that.
Wonderful.
Okay. And then I'm gonna do mine.
Oh, much better, Gully.
Excellent.
All right. And where am I at? Oh wait, I forgot to do Juliet. Ooh. Juliet is a 1, and wait, why did it change Gully to a 1?
I think you clicked on Gully when you rolled it or something, maybe.
Oh, okay. All right. So switch Gully back, and let me do.
I really like that we're just all tightly packed in the same initiative order, except Juliet.
Yeah, we are. Except for Juliet.
And tightly packed on the map.
True.
Okay, and then we got that one, which is. You'll find out. Okay. We have our initiative. Okay. So, as it turns out, Gully is first, and so feel free to take your movement and your actions.
Interesting. Okay, well, seeing as how I don't have a whole lot of vision here, I'm just gonna go to the edge of my vision and look at there. Another platform. Oh, what is this to the left? I don't know. Yeah, that. What am I seeing there?
Give me a 5, 10, DC 15 perception. Unless your passive is higher, that or higher.
Passive is 17.
Okay, you see another lantern.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah, there's another lantern over here. What's my full movement? 30 feet? Okay. There's another lantern over here. I yell that out to the rest of them. Okay, and that's all my movement. 30 feet.
Sounds good. All right, Fiend, how would you like to cross the threshold of lava?
I would like to cross it without dying horribly in the lava.
Preferably. So, I know you're a little
Trying to find
squishy.
what I have.
So, the rules of jumping. I just want to make sure. I want to see if you have the ability to just simply jump it, because you know what,
Yeah.
this is going to come into play pretty frequently in this temple.
Yeah, that little thing, I think pretty much everyone should be able to just easily get over light. I think.
Instead of waiting, Deacon, what's the rule for jumping, or any of my rules? Oh, here it goes. Okay. All right, jumping. Your strength determines how far you can jump, and when you take a long jump, you cover the amount of feet equal to your strength score. If you move at least 10 feet, you can make a long jump. Okay, so as of right now, we'll just take it at a standard jump, which is equivalent of your strength score. So since everyone has a score of at least 5, would that be a 10-foot jump? Oh, it's right, it's a 10-foot jump. What is your strength score, Fiend?
8.
Okay, so we're gonna attempt a long jump.
Can I chime in with something?
Yeah.
If you guys don't mind.
Mhm.
Can I say, can everybody give me about 10 minutes, and I mean 10 minutes in game time, to do something real quick?
Please take it.
Do you have jumping?
Okay.
Do you have jump as
I
a
have
spell?
something like that.
Okay.
I have something that I've been saving for a special occasion. Did not know I was gonna have to use it here, but so as an action, I snap my fingers, and then like you don't see anything, but here I'm gonna. Okay, so I've sent you on Discord what I just did, and then I'm going to take 10 minutes to recast the spell, which will allow Chimkin to rematerialize next to me.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, we now have Chimkin
Now,
inside the dungeon, if you guys will allow me to take 10 minutes to cast that spell.
now
She
just keep.
has, however,
Mhm.
leave behind her possessions. They will sit outside the beginning of the dungeon.
Okay. So now recall the height of the dungeon. Chimkin is a large
20 feet.
creature, which puts him at roughly 10
Mhm.
feet. And we have some very large people such as Gully and Leto and Juliet. So
That's fair. That's fair.
having those characters atop Chimkin might make traversing difficult.
Word. Okay. Well, I mean, theoretically, let's see. I understand definitely.
With this, you can consider it without Gully, because Gully can make the jumps easily
True.
with his strength score, but then also because he has those special wing jumping boots, sandals, boots, whatever he's got.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know what Leto and I
Wing
feel like
sandals. That's
Juliet.
what they are. Wing sandals.
Gotcha. I feel like Juliet can make the jump easily because I mean she looks the type.
Mhm.
And Leto, I could try carrying you, but you could also polymorph into something smaller if you want to ride, and I could bring you across much easier. And I don't think Afine or I will have the problem necessarily because we're a little bit smaller, as I understand it.
Hey, Deacon, would you let me try something real quick?
Go for it.
Okay, so I pick you up and I throw you across. Because
Oh,
according
that
to
works.
throwing, its living opponents is 10 to 30 feet.
Nice. That works. Whee!
Oh gosh.
Okay.
Deacon ball.
Who wants to try and go next?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so wait. We're still at a fiend. Like figuring out the
Yeah.
mechanics is good, but okay. So
Well, yeah.
so how is a fiend going to cross?
Very good question.
Hold your action and wait for me or Juliet to try and throw you.
That sounds utterly terrifying. Let's go with that. I'll hold my action till after Leader and Juliet.
So move like right there. It'll be best spot.
Okay. All right, I'm sorry. So, I'm sorry, what's happening?
I am holding my action.
Okay. All right. So with that, we then go to Deacon.
Okay. Well, I guess I won't be taking the 10 minutes then. Okay. I am going to hop over to Lido and let's see. I'm gonna give him what can I do for you? I'm gonna give him enhance ability strength, typically advantage on all strength checks, and your carrying capacity doubles. I don't know if you know what your carrying capacity is. It's 15 times your strength score. Now it's 30 times your strength score. And then I'm gonna go back over here. And yeah, I'm also gonna give Leto an inspiration.
Got it. All right. And with that, we actually, before we do that, before we go to Lido,
Oh, um,
okay.
okay. Sorry. Does anybody have? Sorry. So I just looked up the rules again. Just to have it more clearly. So when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump. So essentially, if anyone has more than 5 strength, they could just make the jump by running 10 feet before they make the jump. So I think that's like everybody here, like without making any kind of roll or anything.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that you did that. But yeah,
Nope.
I
All good.
just looked that up. So
All right. So this ripple effect travels through the lava, and definitely Gully can see, possibly Athene can see, that the corner of the platform that Gully is on has lava just kind of brush up onto it.
hmm.
Okay. Now we go to Lido.
The question is, do we go by the rules of basically what Deacon said and everybody can just jump over?
As long as there's 10 feet, absolutely.
Then, Athene, do you just want to jump over on your turn instead?
I would be fine to just jump over.
That way we just
Right.
make it easier. Everybody's just going to jump over.
I know you want to take it. You want to take it. You want to take it back to Affine's turn, and I'm getting some breathing. Okay. Sorry, I lost my train. Okay. You want to take it back to Affine's turn, and we'll take your movement on a long jump.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So 10-foot running start lets you traverse the lava pit. You land on the other side, and you can see the lantern, the second lantern, which Gully was calling out about. And
I move up to make space for others.
what's that?
I move up to make space for everyone else.
Okay. So also what you see now is you see the lantern. I'm sorry. Deacon's still holding the lantern, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So the second lantern that you see is now going in towards a similar source that Deacon's is going towards. So this one is traveling in a northeastern direction.
I point this out to everyone.
And
Okay, so it's still pointing over that way. This one as well. Okay, cool.
all right. And
Mm.
okay.
Oh,
So
yes.
and anything else for? In fact, let me make it even. Let me make it a little bit more clear. By okay. So you, the one you found is going in this direction, and the one that Deacon is possessing is going in this direction now.
I chime in. Do you think we should take these with us?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll carry mine.
Okay. Does anybody grab the second one?
I'll grab it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll consider it a free action at this point. All right. So now we go to. I'm sorry. Anything else for your turn, Afine?
Thank you, but that's it.
Okay. And Deacon, you resolved your turn.
Well, I'm sure I'm fine with still doing what I said I was going to do.
Okay. All right. Taking it back 2 turns, that would have been perfectly fine with any type of change.
Oh, word. Okay. Well, I glance at Lito and ask him if he would like a strength boost or anything like that. Then, if I might as well just re-go through it.
Mhm.
And
I'm good.
I'll ask him. Okie doke. Then in that case, I guess I'll just take the hop across and, you know, 10. I have wait, no, yeah, I'm gonna dash for my action since I can. Yeah, so and I get my 10 feet jump, and then I can my strength score is like 8, I think. So I should really know that by heart. Oh, my strength score is 11. Okay, cool. So yeah, so I hop across. I'm gonna land like here. And then I'm gonna just walk over here.
All right.
And that'll end my turn.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, that's when the lava wave comes up and
Word.
takes out the corner.
Yeesh.
All right. And now we're gonna go to Lita, right? Yeah, Lita.
Mhm. I move there, so that's 10 feet, and then across. That's as far as I can go.
All right. Any actions on your turn?
Just looking at the ceiling, making sure nothing's hiding up there.
All right.
Smart.
You see nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So at the end of your turn, you're going to see. Where is it? Da-da-da-da. Appearing in the lava, just kind of emerging from underneath, comes an Octorok. Okay. For the purposes of this temple, we'll refer to it as a lava octorok. But function-wise, it is simply an octorok, largely. All right. Okay. So, through the mist, gully, a firebolt comes at you. I don't believe a 16 will
At
hit.
disadvantage. Nope. 16 when I hit, but it's at disadvantage because of the cloak of displacement.
Very nice. All right. And what else is over there? Second one fires off at Deacon.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that hits.
All right. Dirty 20. That's going to... Is that the damage button? 21 points of fire damage.
Okay.
All right. Effine, you witness that the origin of these firebolts seem to follow the direct path that the energy from the lanterns is emanating to.
Okay.
So that particular turn is over as we go to the Octorok, which is going to make a spit rock at Gully. And miss horribly. Not even gonna... Alright. And now we go to Juliet. Oh boy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Alright. She's gonna have to... She rolls into a ball. Well, she starts running as she dashes, and she rolls into a ball. And all of a sudden you see this giant rolling Goron coming at the lot of you as she yells, "Cannonball!" And let's see what they got. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then the jump will land her here. Did I lose her?
You didn't make it.
Did I put her? Oh, I put her into her Lido by accident. let me just I was gonna make her make a dex save on that, but so she comes to the end, and having a couple feet of movement left, she ventures about there. Wait, 5, 10, 15. You know what? Nah, you know what? She's gonna take a shot at that Octorok. .23 is definitely gonna hit. And yeah. Takes out one-shots the Octorok.
Nice.
And after just kind of like smacks her hands together. She's like, "That's how you get it done."
Can I utilize my reaction for something?
Absolutely.
I want to chime in. Don't forget to step back. We don't want to see you caught under another lava wave.
I think she used all her movement.
Oh.
So we'll see.
Fair.
We'll see. But okay. So as we go to the top of the order, before we have Gully take his turn, we are going to take the layer action. Okay. So you can once again feel the ground trembling. As you look behind you, to find a baby Dodongo crawling its way out of the lava. So while I'm getting the initiative on that, Gully, you are up.
Okay. I don't know where it's coming up at, so he's just gonna go back, pick up the lantern, step back. He's gonna proceed to move 10 feet and jump over. And then his turn there.
All right. And with that, we go to Effine. Effine, what would you like to do?
Everyone, you actually might want to put those lanterns down.
Ooh. Think it's a target?
The fireball just followed straight across the path, straight along the path of one.
Okay.
Let's see, Gully's
I
still
wish
looking.
he had said that before I picked this one up and jumped over with it.
In my
Initiative's a
defense,
bitch.
I mean, I guess I can drop it over here.
can I take a run for a long jump on an angle?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. Ooh. And that will be my turn.
Okay. Got it. And before we progress, um, you know what? Let's take this one. All right. So another area falls into the lava. All right. And with that, we go to Deacon.
Okay. So I am gonna move. Wait, where's the Dodongo?
The Dodongo is on the area on the platform you're on the northwestern area.
Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. 5, and then I'm going to use my action to take 2 shots at it.
Okay.
First shot is 19 to hit for 22 damage, piercing, magical.
All right. That I believe will. Yep, that'll do it. And are
Okay.
you out of the radius?
I'm 15 feet away from it.
Yep. Okay. So you
And
just
then because
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say because I'm a swords bard. What I was gonna do is I was gonna use my my D6 Master's Flourish to add to the to add to my armor class and also the damage roll.
Okay.
So I get a +5 boost to my armor class until the start of my next turn.
You got it.
And
All right.
then because oh sorry, I keep cutting you off.
Well,
I
I'm just saying.
apologize.
So you get a very clear view of just the Dodongo just exploding.
Perfect. Thanks. And then because I am a swords bard, when I make the attack action, I get an extra 10 feet of movement, which allows me to make this jump and end right here. I will put as a free action, I'm going to put the lantern down on the square to the right of me.
Okay. So there is your lantern. All right.
And that concludes my turn.
Gotcha. And all right. This done. It's gone now. And this guy's gone. Just trying to keep the thing clear. All right. So now we go to Lido.
Okay. So I will run to there, jump out the wand of wonder, and point it in, say, addish direction. Say somewhere like there,
Uh-huh.
and cast a spell out of it and see what I get.
All right.
Beautiful.
So let's see what I get. 25.
All right. What is
What
25
is
with the wand of thunder?
25. I cast Detect Thoughts. If there's a
Okay.
creature there,
Is there a radius?
it's just within 30 feet of it. A point. If there's not a creature there, if there's any other thing there, it takes a d6 of psychic damage.
Give me a solid line where you're casting it.
Where is it? About there.
And it detects thoughts within the 30-foot radius of that?
Yep.
All right. You get a thought. It's a familiar voice. It's a I love when you guys hit me with things that I'm not about to that I'm not ready to unveil yet. But the voice is familiar. The voice is the voice of former Chief Darunya. And he's in pain. He's suffering to the point that it's difficult to get a concise thought from him, but it is undoubtedly his voice.
Okay, so I'll point and go that direction, like 60, 70 feet. I can sense Darunia.
Oh no. Good call, Lido. Good call.
And that's my turn.
All right. I need something. What's the range on? Yep, screw it. All right. So almost immediately after casting that, you see a firebolt come your way.
Since I don't have my shield out, that's exactly my armor class.
All right. It's gonna be 25 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And fuck it, the other one too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Total of 49 points fire damage.
Jeez Louise.
Princess Juliet's turn. 5. Yep. Jump. Land. All right. She positions herself there as we come to the top of the order. And so no, I can't. Another Octorok appears. Where is it? There it is. All right. So an Octorok appears between. By the way, this is now returned to normal. Um, and let me get a. While I'm doing its initiative, let us get to Gully.
Ollie.
Oh, so I can actually go now. All right.
Yeah.
How high up is that thing? Like, as far as its protrusion right there, is it like down in the lava? Is it up high? Basically, what I don't know is if I can jump on the other side of it.
The Octorok is floating. So the lava itself is kind of 5 feet below the platforms. So when you see this
Okay,
Octorok,
and it's floating on that.
Yeah, so it's kind of like flush with the ground, with the platforms. So it would not be difficult to jump over.
Okay, so yeah, so then Gully will actually jump to the other side of it, and well, he'll then proceed to start wailing on it since it's there.
Because of reasons.
Yeah, I mean, it's there. The other one, tried to be a butt munch and attacked us. So we'll just go ahead and get this one out of the way real quick. So he will go ahead and make his first swing on it.
That's definitely going to hit.
All right.
And that'll do it. Taking it out effortlessly.
Okay. 15. Okay. All right. And he will end his turn there.
Excuse me. All right. Let me see how. Let me take a peek on how these runs are going to go. I don't even know how to put that. Okay. So the as a legendary action, he's going to cast Mold Earth. And he is going to crumble the bit of dirt underneath Gully's feet. Gully, give me a dex. Do you still have movement left?
I do, actually.
Okay. Okay. So give me a dex save
Okay.
as the ground crumbles beneath you. All right. Pick any space 5 feet away that you would like to jump to.
All right.
All right, and then I think I can paste that. Boom. All right. Okay. Now
Hey, don't be doing that.
you can start to hear a primal guttural growl emanating from the fog.
Okay.
Give me a nature check.
Nature. Ugh. Okay.
It's big. It's real big. All
Hey,
right.
did anyone else hear that?
There is
Sounds spooky.
there's kind of like a general ambient noise from the fog, the steam that's consistently being produced. They might have heard it, but they're too far away to discern if it's just a sound of the temple or if it's actually something. You know that it's something. All right.
Okay.
So,
Yep, we got something big up here, people.
Effine, what would you like to do? It is your turn.
Let's see. 25 would be that. Um, you know, I'm not casting any spells, so let's take a double move. And move up to here. And that's where I'll end my turn.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, on Lito's turn that the psychic damage did not take effect from the staff.
Okay.
So I yeah.
Worries.
I wanted to point that out before any potential actions were duplicated. All right, so that is Gully. That is a fiend. How many? He used Mold Earth. Let me see if he has any actions. I think he still has an action left. Oh, he does. He casts Magic Stone.
Ow.
Pebbles. Okay. So there's 3 pebbles, and what's 60 feet? All right. It's gonna fire it at Gully.
Rule Slayer thing. It's a
Yes.
bonus action to cast that, but it is another action to actually throw a stone. So it's not like he could throw all 3 of them at one time.
But he can throw 1.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just wasn't sure. I wanted to bring
Yeah,
up that.
I'm just
'cause it
keeping
sounded
like
like you said.
yeah, I'm keeping
Gotcha.
a mental thing on like how many
Okay.
he's going to have around him.
Just making sure.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So with that, where'd the attack go? Oh, the attack is 21. Does 21 hit?
Disadvantage, remember?
Oh, that's right. I'm just so used to the attacks
So,
missing that I don't need to.
yep,
I
yep,
got
yep,
this.
yep, yep, no worries. So that
Where
would
is it?
hit, but let's see if the second roll misses. Nope, it hits.
All right. So it's gonna chuck 1 stone for. You know what? I don't have. You know what? We'll just say straight 1d6. Trust me on this. Okay, so you're sitting there surrounded by fog, and all of a sudden, just this singular pebble, just like bing, like bounces off your helmet for 1 point of damage.
For 1 point of damage.
Just 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
So because he reduces that by 3, does that mean no damage?
It means you gain 2 life. No. Yeah, you know what? I'll happily call that no damage.
Or is just 1 damage is 1 damage, period.
Nah,
Can't reduce that.
if you got a reduction, you got a reduction. I
All right,
wouldn't
we'll
even
take it.
imagine that this pebble would hurt. So of all the things that this guy can do, take it, trust me. All right.
Where'd that come from?
So I would say with that, you probably get a pretty good feel that it came from directly the east, from an eastward direction.
Okay. Directly east.
So even
Okay.
though at this point you have no direct line of view on this creature, you can start to put it together.
Okay. Yeah.
Feel free to
I
meddle.
wish I could see more.
Who's next? Deacon
I
is
know
next.
if there's a platform I can jump to, but I can't see enough.
Okay. So Lito just took like 40 damage. So I'm gonna go over to him and let me check for my potion counter. Let's see. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna cast a level 4 cure wounds
Mhm.
on him. Because I want you to stay safe, Lito. Okay. Oh, and it's only 8 healing. Shit. Sorry. Or
No,
wait,
isn't it
only
16?
16.
Yeah, 16. Sorry. Okay.
Hey, that helps.
Okay. Just like he reaches out for a healing bro fist. He's like, man. Oh, shit. I wish there was more I could do. Let's see. Uh, just checking. No. Okay. Yeah. Then I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna pick up the lantern. Since it didn't seem like that actually guided the spells to me,
Mhm.
or at least it shows that he has choice to not just shoot the lantern. So, um, I'm gonna pick up the lantern and
Okay.
15, 20, 25. And yeah, that'll end my turn.
All right. Sounds good. Where is he? You know what? He still has one thing, so he's going to take a fire bolt at Deacon. Where's that? There it is.
Oof.
13 points.
Okay.
A 2, a 1, a 5, and a 5.
Thank God.
Every time I say the word firebolt, I can feel the tension. All right. Okay, so now we go to Lido.
Okay, so what's the rule on healing potions? Is it a bonus action? Is it an action?
Honestly, I typically allow it to be interchangeable. So if you would like to use your action for whatever you want to do and use a bonus action for a potion, that's fine. If you want to use a bonus action but use your potion as an action, that's fine. I simply ask that you do not administer 2 potions.
Okay, so I will first down a red healing potion,
Mhm.
which is the 2d4 plus 2. It'll roll. Hey, 6 more. Okay. And then I will point at the darkness and go, I think we need to see you, and cast Dispel Magic on it.
What do
See
you
if that
cast Dispel
works.
Magic on?
On the darkness itself, the effect of the darkness.
It does not have an effect.
Oh, that sucks. We shouldn't be bursting out. The only other thing, I'm going to take out my shield and I'm going to stay where I am.
Mhm.
That's me.
Okay. And with that, we're gonna go to him. Yeah.
Darn it, I should have kept that blasted lamp.
So, let me see.
Sure, it's attracting fire.
What's the okay? Right here.
Can anybody cast some light over there?
Light's not going to
Okay.
help. It's a fog. He is going to cast Fireball. At 3rd level. And I need dex saves from Deacon, Juliet, and Leto. Juliet is going to fail. Everyone else passes.
23. Okay.
So out of game, I'm kind of assuming her class. Does she have that evasion ability? Don't forget about that.
It's a fair guess on her class. Actually, I was going to mention this, and then I didn't, like when we were talking earlier today. This is the first companion NPC that does not have a class.
Ah, okay, I understand. Sorry,
I have taken certain things from certain classes, but I could not I couldn't properly pigeonhole her into a class.
spicy. I like it.
Okay, so that is 25. Everyone takes halved, including Juliet, because she is fire resistant.
Which is 12 or 13.
12. All right. And I believe, yep, that will end its turn. And the Octorok is dead, and we go to Juliet. Juliet is starting to fall behind. This is the first time Juliet's taken damage, right?
Yes, as far as I know.
Okay. All right, so she's going to straight up gore and roll this. So that's 5, 45, 50. She would not have the movement to make the jump. Okay. So she rolls to the... Oh, wait, maybe she does. I think she gets additional speed. Yes.
Yeah, come on.
So that's 55, 60. 75. All right. So she gets up to the next platform. And she calls out to everyone that there's another lantern up there.
Cool.
So with these, so now we currently have 3 lanterns feeding in a westward direction. Deacon, you currently have one of the lanterns?
Mhm.
Okay. And okay, so the other one still is remaining.
No, Gully has one and he has one.
Oh, I remember Gully dropped it. Did he pick back up?
No, I dropped it back there. Yeah, I
Oh.
didn't pick it back up. I dropped it back there and jumped across. That's why I was like, I wish I had it because I would throw it towards the direction. But yeah, oh well. So yeah, I don't have a lantern.
Okay.
And as a quick heads up, the con saves that I just did,
Uh-huh.
I succeeded on 2 of them and failed on the 3rd one. So, Athene, your bark skin is gone.
Okay, thank you.
No, bark skin.
Appreciate the catch on the con
I-
save.
Also, have one other question because I want to play fair. I have a wooden shield.
That's okay.
Okay.
I would say at this point, you haven't really taken any particular type of fire damage that under normal circumstances would destroy a wood shield. But if something happens where, like, it ends up in the lava, that might be a different story. But right now, your shield is perfectly fine.
Okay.
It's petrified wood.
That's what I was
yeah.
hoping, but you never know.
Let's see. So now we go to this guy is dead. The princess went. Okay, so now we're at the top of the order, and we have our layer action. Where's my layer actions? Okay, everybody rolled a d20. Gully, Iffy.
That's the only one.
Deacon. I don't see your d20 on the board.
Oh, I got a 16.
16.
That's the first one.
He's
Oh,
above
he's
me.
at the top.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. All right, so we got a 16, a 20, a 15, and a fiend with a 10. A fiend, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh no.
It tells you that saving him is going to be a lost cause, and that you should leave the lanterns alone. And give me a wisdom save.
Through all of this, has Efine finally seen what's doing this?
No, this is a disembodied voice. An 18 is not going to work. And you take 44 psychic damage. 12 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
Keep an eye on a fiend. All right, and that is the layer action for the round as we go to Gully.
All right. So Gully is going to move 10, jump. It's 20, so it's got 30 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 there. Gonna pick up that lantern. And he's gonna toss that lantern as far as he can towards where you think that pebble came that hit him or tried to hit him.
Okay. You know what? I would say. Okay. So as you throw the lantern into the darkness, well, into the steam, you can hear a faint clang as it hits something, but it bounces off, and you can hear it hit the lava. And an ever so faint hissing sound happens, as it is safe to assume that the lantern has been destroyed.
Fiddlesticks. Okay. All right. So with that, because he's got such great jumping, thanks to his wing sandals, he is going to continue his movement and jump over here.
So also that what is accompanied by the destruction of the lantern, you can hear a growling of frustration and agitation.
You didn't like that, did you?
It did
Well,
not.
get rid of this steam. Stop
Oh,
throwing pebbles, get rid of the steam. We might be able to talk. And that's his turn.
all right. Give me an intimidation check on that.
Okay.
All right.
Yo!
Oh,
Billy.
how am I gonna play this? How am I gonna narrate this? Oh, jeez. I ran my mouth and I can't cash the check. Okay. So, you know what? Let's see.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm gonna switch to see what you're seeing. I have okay. So, what you see now that the fog has been lifted is that there is in fact a central pedestal, but let me see if I can find a better picture than just showing you nothing.
I didn't expect we'd make it this far.
Oh, wait, I gotta switch over to where I can actually change it. Come on. Okay, there it is. Okay. So on the platform, what you see is a rather large force field. There. Okay. I think that's correct.
A cool looking force field.
Thanks, I just found it. Delphine, what you see is you directly see that the lanterns that you have found thus far, as well as other lanterns around the area. I believe there's one in the southeastern pedestal and there's one in the northeastern pedestal. Those are all feeding the force field.
I'm feeding it.
Well, good thing one of them landed in the water, in the lava.
And Leto, this would make sense to you as to why it did not suffer any psychic damage from your attack. All right. So, with that, we end Gully's turn, and we go to Effine. Where's my turn order thing? There it is. Okay, got it. Okay. So we are at Effine. What would you like to do?
I don't. I think I'll go do something stupid. I can reach. I'm going to try and knock the lantern into the water.
All right.
With a tidal wave.
So let's see. The link in Why am I combining words tonight? The lantern next to Deacon?
No, the one on this. Oh, where's my?
Oh.
This one.
Oh, okay.
Which
You're gonna
one?
try to.
On.
Okay, knock it in. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotcha. All right. How are you attempting to knock it into the water?
I am conjuring a tidal wave. You conjure a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range. Creatures take on a successful saving throw. The creature's water spreads out across the ground and extinguishes flames and stuff. So I'm basically trying to use the force of this water crashing down on the platform to try and knock the lantern off and sweep it into the
Okay, so it does make contact
fire.
with the lantern, but it knocks it prone. So,
Okay.
I will I simply because those are the words of the spell, but I will also word that once the lantern is knocked prone, you get a pretty good view of the fact that now it's kind of rolling and has become less secure.
Okay. The spell does do bludgeoning damage.
48. I'll tell you what. If you 16, 24, 32. If you roll me at least 16 damage, it will destroy it.
Okay, do I get to re-roll the die, or will you be taking the attack I already?
Just simply roll me the 4d8 of the spell.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. Yeah, okay. 18 definitely beats that, as that lantern is destroyed and is no longer feeding the force field. Just for
Yes.
clarification, the one next to Juliet, that was the one that Gully threw in the towards the force field, right? Like that one is destroyed.
Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
I'm making sure the board's clean. Okay. So
Sorry for cheating that.
no, that was great. All right, so we currently have only 2 more lanterns feeding the force field. All right. Any other actions for Fiend's turn? Any movement? Anything like that?
I think I'm gonna stay here, thank you. It seems to be the safest spot.
Sounds good. All right. All right. Firebolt to Juliet. $28 half. That is 14 damage to Juliet. Done by the boss. I still haven't showed you what they look like yet. I will show you what the boss looks like when and if the force field comes down. With that, we go to all right. So now we go to Deacon.
Ooh, okay, so if you could enlighten me, where are the other 2 lanterns? Is it like the one I'm holding, and then
The
where's
one
the
you're
other one?
holding, and then there's one in the northeastern part.
Okay.
What about the one by me?
Yeah. Didn't Leo have one too? Or was close to one?
Gully had one. He
Where's
threw it in the
Gully?
lava, and there was one on the other side of the map that Athene destroyed. Oh wait, what?
Okay, so it's
Oh wait, I'm looking.
Yeah, because there was the one on the platform we were initially on
Yeah.
that I'm carrying. And then there was one over in this corner,
Okay.
like over here.
All right.
So
So yeah,
I don't know
the
if there
one
was
by
supposed to
Lido
be
is still
four or
there. I missed that one.
five. Okay.
So there's 3 lanterns. I
Oh,
apologize.
okay, cool. So, uh, this is a shot in the dark, but I look at a fiend and I say, "Ooh, that a brilliant idea." Good call, fiend. And then I'm going to use my hand crossbow, which because I have the sharpshooter feat, I'm allowed to take any shot of 120 feet without taking disadvantage. I can use the full range of my crossbow. I'm going to take a pot shot at this lantern over here with my sharpshooter.
Okay.
Yo, good stuff.
Low DC. You know what? You know what matters more is roll me at least 50% damage.
Okay. So here. We're gonna do this. And what we're gonna do is let's see. 50%. You know what? I want okay, so this lantern, Lido, you're not holding this or anything, right?
nope.
No? Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna add a D12 to the damage of this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use my that hits, right? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my D12. I'm gonna use my my swords bard feature that allows me to push it back. And I believe it also adds it to the damage. So give me 1 second. Gotta pull that up again. Okay, so yeah, it's my mobile flourish.
Mm-hmm.
I can push it up to 5 feet away from me, plus a number of feet equal to the number I roll on that die, and it also deals an additional D12 damage to it. So, okay,
Okay.
so it takes 29 damage and is 15 feet directly away from me.
And how many feet?
17.
17. Okay, so I would say the 17 feet in itself pushes it into the lava.
Perfect.
That'll save us a lot of time than I mean, yeah, it's 10 feet would have pushed it back into the lava, but it also saves a lot of time to like calculate max damage and then half it and then
Very true. Very true. And
so
then, oh, sorry.
yeah, so that one is gone.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my other 2 crossbow shots to take 2 pot shots with the one on the other corner of the lava.
Okay.
So, here's number 2. I imagine a 10 would probably miss.
No, I'd say 10 hits. It's
Okay.
it's an immobile object. It's not going to have a massive AC. As long
That's
as you
fair.
don't
Plus,
crit.
it's relatively close to me.
Yeah, as long as it's not a crit fail, it's fine.
Cool. So 17 damage on the first one,
All right.
and 21 damage on the second one.
All right. And any pushing on that?
No, I unfortunately can't do that again.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so
It is, however, magical piercing if that matters at all.
let's factor damage on this. Okay, so 6 plus 5. Oh man. On the first attack, the maximum damage would have been 10, 11, 16, 24. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, basically the only variable on my die is a d6.
Yeah.
And the second one was a 5 out of 6 for the second shot.
Yeah. I'm looking and you know what, so yeah. Yeah, okay. Looks good. Bam. All right.
All right.
So you have one lantern left.
And then, since there's a pit of lava right next to me, I look at the force field and I chuck it into the pit of lava right next to me as a free action.
As a yoink. All right. So now, with no lanterns left, the
We're
force field.
fucked. Yay.
The
No,
force
sorry.
field comes
Sorry.
down. And what you see before you. Oh, kitty.
A cat. Sorry.
Did he come on screen?
Cute.
Oh, we're fucked.
Oh, yeah.
I want to find the picture.
Oh, man. I literally have to go all around the map to get to him. Well, I guess I could use. I think I have a crossbow or something. Light crossbow.
All right.
Yeah.
Has he popped up on screen?
Mm-hmm. Sheesh.
So, this is the boss of the Fire Temple, Tico.
Shit, dude.
No, kitty.
Sheesh.
Yeah, he's his skin is large, pretty much made of molten stone. You can see the lava just dripping off the cracks of him, and in the very center of his chest, you can see something. Something's there. But from the distance that you're currently at, it is a little difficult to tell. So as the force field goes down, you can see the sheer amount of rage that is encompassing this creature. And with that, you know what? With that, this seems like a good place to pick up next session. So, our first official temple, our first official boss fight. We know that somewhere in there, in
Oh,
some
I can
form,
jump to that mofo. Never mind. I'm good.
in some form, in that being, resides Darunia.
I only hope we can free him.
We will see. So now, with the force field down, he is susceptible to damage. And, well, I look forward to seeing what we can do with that. So, I am personally not a fan of stopping things in the middle of a boss battle, but the session has, well, let's just say I don't believe that with the little bit of time that we have left that we can resolve this. So, rather than that, we will resolve it next session. So, thank you for everybody who was tuned in. Hope to see you next week during the chat broadcast. Maybe we can throw out some ideas of what is going on with old Chief Darunia. And and maybe even how this revelation is having an effect on Juliet.
Okay.
So until next week, thank you everybody. Again, so let us see if there are any broadcasting channels. No, there's nobody broadcasting at all. So if you would like to have your channel broadcasted at the end of our campaigns and chat sessions, feel free to hit us on a follow. Don't forget we have our voting channel up for naming the sword that is in possession of Leto. If you have a Facebook, be sure to check out our announcements that are our group that will give the reminders of our broadcasts. And thank you everybody for being a part of this. I appreciate the viewerships. I appreciate the players. I appreciate everyone from top to bottom. And everybody is an important part of this. So thank you. One of the things that I neglected to mention. So for those who have tuned in last week or talked to me throughout the course of the week, I did formally announce that as of this week, I put my house on the market. I'm not sure when the sale will be going through. I don't have any offers that I'm currently happy with at the moment. So as this progresses, I will keep everyone up to date. I'm hoping that there will be minimal, if any, interruptions in our stream. But if there do, if any potential interruptions do present themselves, we will do our best to prevent that from happening. And either way, I'll keep you up to speed as things progress. So once again, thank you everybody, and we will see you all next week or next session. Bye.
Cool beans.
Mm.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, everyone.